Ruan in her youth.
Ruan and I have been childhood sweethearts since we were young.
Sumu in his youth.
Ruan, take this.
Her parents always abused her. They kept all the good things for her younger brother. They wouldn't let her eat, even though at that time, famine had already begun. Every time I saw her, I would bring her a cake.
Given to me.
Chu and Hui in his youth.
I don't want to marry him. I beg you.
Young Master Chu is the biggest grain merchant here. If you follow him for this lifetime, you will have no worries about food and clothing.
Everyone in the village knows. He has beaten several wives to death. So what? If he beats you to death, it's because your life is cheap. If you don't marry, what dowry money will I use? To marry a daughter-in-law?
Such a beautiful face. Come and have a good time with me for a while. Let go of me. If you dare step half a pace into the Chu residence again, I'll break your legs.
Sumu, are you alright?
Ruan, did that man hit you again? I'll take you away.
Madam. I already. My child was just born recently. I cannot leave. You should go.
Ruan.
20 years later, at the old residence of the Chu family.
We have all been here, waiting for 3 days and 3 nights.
Elder Ching, an elder of the Chu family.
This Elder Chu, exactly how long must we wait? Until he finally breathes his last?
Elder Body, an elder of the Chu family.
Could it be that Elder Chu still has some unfulfilled long-cherished wish, which is why he is reluctant to pass away?
Elder Chu, an elder of the Chu family.
The old master dominated Yuncheng for more than half a century. His power reached the heavens. Everything in the world was within easy reach. What else does he have left to cling to? I heard that Elder Chu is waiting for someone. And it seems to be a woman. No matter who this is, the Chu family ancestral home concerns the destiny of our clan. We absolutely cannot let it fall into the hands of outsiders.
Fu Yunchen, the crown prince of the Fu group. Chu family.
The crown prince of the Fu group, Fu Yunchen. Young Master Fu, why have you come here this time? What is your intention?
As for why I came, naturally it is to acquire the Chu family's treasured feng shui land.
Young Master Fu, don't be so arrogant. Old Master Chu has not yet breathed his last.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
Old Master Chu, this wealth is enough to let you rest in peace, isn't it?
Impudence. How dare you be so disrespectful to Elder Chu? Without Elder Chu's permission, you are not qualified to step half a pace into the Chu family home. Take your people and scram immediately.
How nosy.
Attack.
Whether I am qualified or not, do I need you to decide? Today, I am going to speak with old Master Chu face to face.
Stop. You cannot touch that door.
There is nothing in this world that I cannot touch. What kind of monster is this?
Young Master Fu. Doctor, hurry over.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
This woman has such a powerful aura. Just now this old man actually involuntarily held the umbrella for her.
Why does she give me a feeling of a savior? This feeling is familiar. Save me. As long as you save me. Whatever you ask me to do, I am willing.
Still the same as when you were little.
The potent poison of the soul-devouring vine, which even the divine Dr. Wuji couldn't cure, was actually easily neutralized by this woman.
I'm actually fine now. Why did you save me?
A master saving their own servant is only right and proper.
Servant, do you know that our young Master Fu is?
Who exactly are you?
From now on I am your master. You may call me Miss Yuzai.
I don't have time to play master-servant games with you. This is an unlimited Supreme Black Heart. Consider it a thank you gift for saving me.
It has always been the master who bestows favors upon the servant. How can a servant give charity to the master? You have overstepped your bounds.
You.
Old madam. Here.
Kuching Yan, old madam of the Chu family.
Everyone, please leave. Even I don't know what the old master is waiting for. The breath he is holding. It seems he won't be able to let go today.
Old madam. You are also the head of the household. Why don't you make the decision and sell this residence to me? As long as you speak the word, I will pay whatever price you name.
Head of a household? What kind of head of a household am I? I served him my entire life. Yet he wouldn't even let me keep a single heir. Isn't it just because he's afraid someone will snatch away the inheritance rights to the old residence? Now he is
The
about to
film was
die,
translated
yet he
and
is still
narrated
unwilling
by
to
M
hand the
Media.
old residence over to me. What kind of head of a household am I?
What? He actually guards against even the person closest to him. Old master, guarding the old residence like this, what exactly is it for?
For me,
Who is this girl? Didn't I say that no one is allowed near the old residence? Young Master Fu is one thing. No matter what, I must show him some respect. This uncouth country girl dares to just casually come near the old residence. Is our Chu family a tea house or something? Someone quickly throw her out.
I'd like to see who dares. Strange. Why am I unable to control myself, standing up for this woman?
Young girl, you say our old master refuses to breathe his last because of you, then tell us you two. What exactly is your relationship?
Tianming and I are old acquaintances.
How audacious. How dare you call Elder Chu by his full name?
Miss Yueshi. Although I can protect you, you shouldn't be so presumptuous.
Since when do servants start telling the master what to do?
Our old master is already of advanced age. For half a century, he hasn't stepped out of the old manor. Looking at you, you're only about 20 years old. How could it be that you are an old acquaintance of his?
Truly she doesn't know the immensity of heaven and earth, this wild brat. Just wait to be pierced by the soul-devouring vine. The rumor is that this soul-devouring vine, every time it releases venom, the next time the venom is released, it will be 10 times the previous amount. This girl is certainly going to die.
Miss Yueshi, be careful.
The film was translated and narrated by M.
How is this
Media.
possible? The soul-devouring vine actually didn't harm her. Rumor has it that only the master of the old manor, and the person he trusts the most, will not be harmed by the soul-devouring vine. Even the old madam cannot approach the old manor. Yet this woman...
Who exactly are you?
I told you. Chu Tianming and I are old acquaintances. It is you foolish people who are simply blind.
Old acquaintance? Could she be Elder Chu's lover? But Elder Chu married the old madam, and since then, he has never left the house, nor had the chance to meet women. Even the servants inside the manor are all men. How could she possibly hook up with the old master? Could it be that they knew each other before he married the madam? You're senile. The age difference between Elder Chu and her spans several generations. He's old enough to be her grandfather. Then there is only one possibility. This woman is the old master's descendant of that old lover. So that's how it is. The soul-devouring vine alone refuses to harm her, because Elder Chu's blood flows in her veins. The person Elder Chu has been waiting for all this time. Could it be her?
Chu Chanming, you cruelly cut off our lineage, locking the heavy gates tightly, guarding them day after day. So it turns out, you always kept a place in your heart for your old lover. Now that you are dying, you still hope for her descendant to come see you one last time. Do you think you treated me fairly? Wait, I said that this place, only people of the Chu family can enter. You, a mere wild girl wandering outside, has no right.
Right. Does Chu Tianming have tell you? He is nothing more than a guarding this servant of the Chu family old residence.
Impudence. The master is the mighty head of the dragon. You dare call him a servant?
Tianming marrying you was a sorrow he brought upon himself. I have no right to interfere. I just pity him that he couldn't even have a peaceful end. Let's go.
Wait. I permit you to see him.
I need your permission to see my own servant.
Miss Yueshi. I think that old Master Chu is holding on to his last breath just to see you once. Why don't you help him fulfill this wish so that he can pass away with a little more dignity? Miss Yueshi. Old Master Chu, for your sake,
The film
guarded
was
the Chu family his
translated
entire life.
and narrated
Even
by
if he
M.
earned no
Media.
merit, he surely put in hard work, right? What do you think?
Tianming, for the sake of the Chu family old residence, served faithfully his entire life. He truly shouldn't end up dying with regret.
Excellent. That old man can finally breathe his last.
But Tianming's wife just now wouldn't let me see him. In that case, I'll just have to make him come out and see me.
But the master has been bedridden for many years, mentally confused, and has completely lost the ability to move. How can he come out to see you?
This woman, isn't she just making trouble for old Madam Chu? Yes, asking old Master Chu to come out and see her is simply impossible.
Tianming, it's time to come out and greet Miss.
Chu Tianming.
Old Master Chu actually can walk now. How is that possible? Old Master Chu has been bedridden for over 10 years and has never gotten out of bed. Is this perhaps a final burst of energy before death?
Master, you are actually awake.
Silence. Just now. Who was calling me?
This woman directly called Old Master Chu by his name. Old Master Chu is angry. Anyone who offends Old Master Chu never comes to a good end. This woman is finished.
Tianming, it is I.
Old Master Chu has never shown this kind of expression. Could this woman really be the person Old Master Chu most wanted to see?
"70 years have passed. You have finally returned."
What? 70 years? Then this woman must be at least over 100 years old. This is impossible.
Tianming, you have guarded this residence your entire life. This residence, it is almost exactly the same as it was back then. You have fulfilled your duty. Rest in peace.
This old servant bids farewell to Miss here.
Old Master, you.
Old Master. Master.
This Old Master revered by thousands actually knelt down to her. What Old Master Chu is holding is the land deed to the Chu family's old residence.
The film was translated.
This old servant returns the Chu
narrated
family's
by
old
M.
residence.
Media.
To Miss.
Old Master Chu actually handed over the land deed to the old mansion worth hundreds of billions to this woman.
If there's an afterlife, I wish to continue being Mrs. Servant.
Old Master.
Old Master.
Old Master.
Old Master.
Old Master.
Tianming, rest in peace.
Old Master Chu. Old Master.
Old Master.
Madam. Old Master Chu is gone. He passed away peacefully. Please accept our condolences. Miss you as she. Although, I do not know your relationship with Old Master Chu, or what deep connection you share, since Old Master Chu has already submitted to you. We also ask Miss Yu as she to allow us the three great elders to pledge allegiance under your authority. Miss Yu as she, please allow us to serve you.
Miss Yushi. Ever since I married the Master, I have been in this residence, serving the Master. Now that he's gone, this old woman has nowhere else to go. I hope you can disregard past grievances and allow me to serve you.
There are actually so many people willingly becoming a servant to this woman. It seems there won't be a turn for me.
Tianming was bedridden for many years. You have already taken very good care of him. From now on, you do not need to take care of anyone else. You can also stay in this residence until you pass away. I do not have the habit of establishing a lineage or sect. You may all withdraw.
Yes, Miss Yu as she.
This
The
place
film
is
was
still the same as
translated
before.
And narrated by M. Media.
Miss Yueshi. Why don't you let them become your servants?
One servant. You alone are enough.
Then let me make a deal with you. Sell the old Chu family residence to me. Name your price. Strange, why in front of her? Do I feel such intense pressure?
A servant is never qualified to negotiate terms with the master.
Even if you refuse to give it, I have plenty of ways to take the old residence back.
Stop.
Why should I listen to you?
You will come back.
What a joke. Return to the Fu family.
Yes.
Let me be your servant.
3, 2, 1.
Young Master Fu, what is wrong?
Quickly help me back.
Yes, we'll return to the Fu family immediately.
Return to the Fu family for what? Return to the old Chu family residence. Hurry up. Quick. Save me. What exactly did you do to me?
Taking you as a servant and prolonging your life is part of the contract. If you distance yourself from me, your lifespan will be exhausted.
So I will be your servant for my entire life. Like old Master Chu.
How are you qualified to be compared with Tianming? He guarded this residence, dedicating his entire life only to fulfill the duty of a loyal servant, while you only wish to live ignobly. Kneel.
Why are my legs out of control? But how can I regain my freedom? Hate. Good morning, Miss Yueshi. Coming.
Su Nian, fiancé of Fu Yanchen.
Sunan, why are you here?
Yanchen, I heard that you were injured last night. Even the divine physician Wuji could do nothing. How are you now? Also, why are you living in a place like this?
I'll tell you later. You come in first.
Yanchen, who is this woman?
His master. If others ask in the future, he will introduce me proactively.
Master, Yanchen, I am your fiancé. How could you overnight suddenly have another master?
Fu Yunchen. I dislike noise. Why don't you quickly take the irrelevant people and drive them out?
Yueshi isn't jealous, is she? Miss Yueshi. This Sunan is my fiancé. How can she be considered irrelevant personnel?
Truly obtuse.
Why do I suddenly have a kind of strange feeling?
Yanchen, this is the first time he has actively admitted that I'm his fiancé. I thought he would refuse the marriage alliance.
It was Sunan speaking just now.
And here I was planning, preparing to after getting married, on his brake pads, to sabotage them. Once he dies, even if I become a widow, I will still be considered the madam of the Fu family.
What?
Why is Yanchen looking at me with that kind of look? How could he possibly hear what I'm thinking? I must be overthinking things. Yanchen, what's wrong? Damn it. Why did he change back again? It seems I still have to carry out the plan. The immediate priority is to quickly push forward the marriage.
That's Sunayan. You should go back first. Miss Yueshi and I have very important matters. Don't come here again in the future. Don't come and bother us again.
Why aren't you continuing to be intimate with her?
Miss Yueshi. Sunan and I merely had a childhood engagement. We have no real feelings for each other. A few years ago her parents went mad without reason. After that she became obsessed with marrying into the Fu family. Miss Yueshi, what's wrong?
The place she just touched has residual foul energy.
Sunan, fall energy? What does that mean?
Your fiancé is very likely related to the Chu family's extermination incident back then.
That's impossible. The massacre case happened over 70 years ago. Her father hadn't even been born yet at that time.
She is the bloodline of those remnants.
Are you saying Sunan is a descendant of the true culprit? The Su family indeed has a very mysterious elder. Rumor has it that his hands are stained with much blood. Many people say that Sunyan's parents going mad is also related to this matter. Therefore, that elder went into seclusion to atone for his deeds. He only appears during major events of the Su family.
Major event. Simply put, your marriage to her is one.
What? Miss Yueshi, aren't you asking me to marry a woman who wants to kill me?
On the day of the wedding, that Su family elder will definitely show up.
But you can't sacrifice me.
As a servant, being able to demonstrate your worth, shouldn't that be a fortunate thing?
Wait. This woman's PUA is truly masterful. She is simply cold-blooded and ruthless. Forget it. Although this move is risky, but the odds of winning are high. Still, let her that wiped out the family fulfill her long-cherished wish sooner. This old Chu family residence, the sooner it is in my hands, the sooner I can escape her clutches. Who hit me? Who?
Speaking ill of the master behind their back deserves a beating.
How terrifying.
Oh my god! This Van Drill Rose Dream Gown is globally limited edition. Only the Su family's daughter can truly pull it off.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
The woman walking in front of young Master Fu, who exactly is she? The aura about her is simply unparalleled.
She truly is the most stunning woman I have ever seen in my life.
It's her again. Why don't I recall? My wedding with Yan Shen. Haven't invited you?
When a servant gets married, how can the master not come to offer blessings?
At a time like this, you still dare to come and assert your dominance? Watch how I make you. Embarrass yourself publicly. What are you trying to do?
What happened?
Yang Shan is this woman. She deliberately spilled wine on me. How dare you cause trouble? At the Su family wedding banquet? Who exactly are you?
She is my master.
Young Master Fu certainly has unusual tastes. He actually has a master outside. It seems Miss Su is also just part of his game, isn't she? Fu Yanchen, today is our wedding. You and this woman have made me lose all face. Just you wait. My great-grandfather will be here soon. He absolutely will not let you off. Yes, that Su family elder mentioned in the rumors. When he was young, committed many brutal sins. Later, he retired from the world and took refuge. He's not easily seen. Young Master Fu and this woman publicly humiliated the Su family. That elder will definitely take action. It seems today is destined to involve a bloody storm.
Elder Su has arrived.
The
Sumu,
film was
an elder of the Su
translated
family.
and narrated by M Media.
I finally waited for you.
What exactly is going on?
Elder Sue actually appeared. After his grandson and granddaughter-in-law went mad and committed suicide, no one has seen him since. Great-grandfather, this is the woman who ruined our Sue family's wedding banquet.
Ruan?
Ruan? Could it be that Miss Yueshi has another name?
Siu Mu. So many years have passed. And you still haven't forgotten my mother.
No. You are not Ruan. You are Yushi. You survived that massacre. That wiped out the family.
Siu Mu. You also participated in that massacre back then, didn't you?
Great-grandfather, what is she talking about? Weren't those all just rumors from before?
I couldn't possibly have killed Ruan.
If what you say is true, that you were never involved, then why is my mother constantly following you from behind?
Playing tricks. People are dead. How could they possibly appear? This is indoors. There shouldn't be any wind at all. Why is the hanging crystal lamp jingling?
Ruan. Is that really you?
Great-grandfather, this Ruan you speak of, what kind of grievance does she have with our Sioux family? Little beggar, here. Slowly, little beggar. When I'm gone, I hope someone will still give you a cake to eat.
Ruan.
I'm leaving. Take care of yourself.
The wedding preparations are complete. Tomorrow you can be the bride.
Elder Sue was just a poor boy back then. Then all that devotion he spoke of, was it all fabricated? Impossible. My great-grandfather would never be a beggar. You must be lying. Now that there are no witnesses alive, you can say anything you want.
Since there are no witnesses alive, then Elder Sue also has the suspicion of lying.
Could it be that the Chu family annihilation truly involves Elder Sue?
Siu Mu. Do you know why your descendants all go mad?
At that time, True Master Tiandao came to examine them. My parents went mad because of a mental block. It has nothing to do with my great-grandfather.
Siu Mu. Is that truly what you think?
Could it be that the Chu family descendants going mad one after another is because, back then, Elder Chu did something and suffered ancestral retribution?
I never expected things to turn out this way. After Ruan left, my life got worse day by day.
Selling biscuits, freshly baked biscuits. Don't miss out passing by. Freshly baked biscuits. Don't miss out passing by. Freshly baked by. You wretched beggar. How dare you steal a biscuit? That's for stealing the cake. If I see you again next time, I'll break your legs. After midnight, we will invade the Chu family and turn it upside down. If they dare to resist, we will chop them all down. All right. May I join you?
Elder Chu, join that group of family exterminators.
So you also had a hand in killing Miss Yueji's family. Is that right?
I originally intended to save Ruan.
Split up and act. Kill them all.
Help!
Don't shout. It's me, it's me.
Little beggar. Why are you here? Are you doing all right?
Listen to me.
Wait, I'll get you a biscuit to eat.
Listen to me. There are people outside who want to exterminate the Chu family. Come with me. I'll take you away from here.
What? No. I must go and inform everyone.
Listen to me.
Little beggar, what are you doing?
Come with me.
The film was translated and narrated
Wait until the
by
people
M.
outside
Media.
finish killing. Then you will come with me. Wait until they kill all the Chu family members. Then you will come with me. Kill them. Then you will come with me. They will leave once they finish killing everyone. No. Ruan, nothing will happen to you. You must be trying to scare me, right? Ruan? Wake up, Ruan. Ruan?
I accidentally killed Ruan.
What was that sound? A rat.
Now rats are running rampant. Perhaps the cause of mother's death is related to them.
There was a famine in that era, which indeed led to a rampant rat infestation.
But didn't he already admit that he was the killer? Why does Miss Yueji's mother still harbor such intense resentment?
Sumu. What else did you do afterwards?
I was afraid those people would defile Rulan's corpse. I took her, dragged her to the cellar, and sealed it. This way, no one could find her.
But what if my mother hadn't died then?
No. Impossible. She clearly wasn't breathing anymore. Ruan mentioned to me their family's suspended animation technique. Could it be?
That's right. The suspended animation technique makes one indistinguishable from the dead, but requires someone else to awaken them. Otherwise, even if the consciousness is clear, the entire body cannot move.
If the death of Miss Yueji's mother was related to the rat infestation, and she was in the cellar at the time, unable to move,
My mother watched her own body being gnawed to death alive by rats.
It was my fault. It was all my fault.
Little beggar. Little beggar.
Ruan, don't come closer.
It really is her. She came to seek revenge on Elder Su.
After all these years, I have always invited the Heavenly Tao Master to preach and cast spells. You cannot approach me.
Little beggar, I cannot approach you. That's why I went after your descendants. Could it be that my parents went mad because
They, what is called afflicted by miasma, was actually just being scared mad?
what a sin? The evil karma Elder Su incurred ultimately harmed his own bloodline.
The film was
After all these
translated
years,
and
why haven't you
narrated
found
by
peace
M.
yet?
Media.
This vengeful spirit has been tormenting Elder Su for 70 years. It intends to make him accompany her to the grave.
Now, it is also time for you and my mother to settle your grievances.
Ruan, I beg you. Please spare me. Spare me.
Little beggar. Over the years, you haven't gone hungry, have you?
so Madame Chu's obsession was not resentment and revenge.
Ruan, I was the one who caused your death. Yet you still like before. Care about me. I am not human. I was even afraid that you would come to harm me, and hired people to perform rituals to guard against you. I am not human.
Great-grandfather.
Assume you. Fulfill my mother's obsession. And let her leave and rest in peace.
This obsession has been resolved. Why does she still refuse to disappear?
Miss Yueshi. Does she perhaps have an unfulfilled long-cherished wish? Miss Yueshi. Wide,
Immortals and demons walk different paths.
but she is still yours.
Go. Mother.
Ruan is gone. I also have no face to live in this world anymore. Let me die.
Atonement. Just by you easily, ending it all with death. I heard that all these years, you have always studied the art of immortality. Then I demand that you live. Use your long remaining life to repent for your initial actions and deeds.
Great-grandfather.
The master has contracted a strange illness, just like the old madam. No cause can be detected. Please forgive us, we are powerless to help.
How could this happen?
Miss Yueshi. Now even this old man is paralyzed. This place is ominous. We should leave quickly.
What is ominous is not this place, but the person.
Miss Yushi, now that the master is also paralyzed, we truly have no time to attend to. You all, please leave.
All right.
Miss Yueshi. This is great. We can finally go back.
Don't rush. Let's wait until after tonight.
Why is he running in the middle of the night? This is too bizarre. What are they going to do? Aren't they biological siblings?
It is indeed just as I thought.
Miss Sir, why haven't you gone back yet?
Stop pretending. Lindsay Yan. No. It should be old Madam Jiang.
Miss Yueshi. Are you mistaken? She is Lin Xiyan. She is the caregiver here. Old Madam John is still paralyzed in bed.
I am not mistaken. Her body belongs to Lindsay Yan. But the soul belongs to Jiang Wu.
Miss, I don't understand what you were saying.
That's right, my sister and I. How could we possibly turn into someone else?
Miss Yueshi. If what you said is true, then old Madam and old Master, inside their bodies, wouldn't they be?
Initially,
The film was
my
translated
attempt
and
to use the
narrated
soul
by
summoning
Media.
technique on Jiang Wu failed. Because the person residing in her body was not Jiang Wu's soul at all, but that female caregiver, Lindsay Yan.
No wonder. The first time Zhang Wu saw us, She kept trying to speak. She actually wanted us to save her.
You are indulging in wild fantasy. Do you have any proof?
When you and I first met, you already knew me, didn't you?
That's right. The first time you saw Miss Yueshi. Why did you show a panicked expression? I thought you were intimidated by Miss Yueshi's aura. Intimidated, but I never expected there was another reason entirely. How could you, a mere caregiver, possibly know Miss Yueshi?
Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The soul residing in your body is the soul of Jiang Wu. And Jiang Wu already knew me 70 years ago. Already knew me. That is why when you and I met again, you were so panicked and flustered.
No. This is just your speculation.
Speculation? Then don't you know that you have already exposed yourself elsewhere?
Exposed? Impossible. I am Lindsay Yan.
You really are refusing to admit the truth until faced with undeniable proof. Then what are you wearing on your hand?
It is Zhang Wu's jewelry. If the soul residing in your body is Zhang Wu's soul, then all of this makes sense.
No. I just stole old madam's jewelry to wear.
This kind of old jewelry no longer fits the aesthetic of young people. Only older people would develop an attachment to it. Moreover, wearing it on your hand looks completely out of place. If you were Lin Xian, would you be willing to wear it?
My sister has always been in the village. She is unsophisticated. Even if this expensive jewelry doesn't suit her, of course she would want to try wearing it.
Still making excuses. You continue.
Yes, Miss Yueshi. In the middle of the night you sat in front of the dressing mirror looking at yourself. In fact, your soul had already been swapped long ago. You were admiring Lin Xian's young physical body.
You are simply talking nonsense.
At that time, I ran into you and Fang Han, being intimate in the room. Initially, I thought you were secretly betraying Zhang Wu, having an affair in the room. But I never expected that. You are Zhang Wu. You have been using Lin Xian's body to interact with the old master. There is even more direct evidence. Lin Xian's younger brother brought her favorite preserved sausage, but you only took one bite and spat it out in disgust.
No, I must have remembered incorrectly. My sister fundamentally does not like eating that thing.
You are pretending to. Fang Heng.
Miss Yueshi, are you suggesting that the old master's soul was also swapped into Lin Xian's younger brother's body?
Fang Heng's body, the reason it is paralyzed just like Jiang Wu, is also because the soul was swapped out.
You keep talking about swapping souls. If it were truly that simple, I would have swapped long ago.
Yes. There is a prerequisite, which is to first expel the other party's soul.
Expel the other party's soul? Could that soul expulsion spell originally have been intended to expel my soul? They wanted to occupy my body.
After the soul expulsion failed, Lin Xian's younger brother just happened to come to the door looking for someone, which then gave you an opportunity. Is that right, Fang Heng? When I first saw you, I discovered that your body already had little time left. That is why you were so anxious for your own soul to find a young physical body.
Therefore, after he swapped into Lin Kui's body, running late at night, just like Zhang Wu, was to adapt to his new body. Therefore, the two of you, the reason you could be intimate is that you fundamentally disregarded the original body owner's sibling relationship. But Miss Yueshi, there is still one thing I do not understand. Since they have already swapped into the Lin siblings' bodies,
The film was translated.
why did they still place
and
the Lin
narrated
siblings'
by
souls
M Media.
into those two dying elderly bodies?
If they had only expelled the siblings' souls, allowing them to wander the human world, they would definitely turn into vengeful spirits, seeking revenge. But by imprisoning them in two dying bodies, allowing the souls to perish with the flesh, we would have no further worries.
This is all your conjecture. What substantial evidence do you have?
Evidence. I am not playing detective games with you. I don't need evidence.
To actually use dark arts.
even if you swapped the souls of the siblings. It has nothing to do with you.
If I hadn't taken in Lindsay Yan to work here as a caregiver, she would still be in the village now, unable to even eat her fill. Only after this. Did she have money to send back? To support her whole family?
Do you know how many people rely on the Zhang family to live in Jiangdu? If my wife dies, they will all starve, forcing the siblings to sacrifice themselves to extend our lives. Is there honor?
You fundamentally have no right to judge anyone's worth.
I am power itself. Those poor people only suffer if they live. It is better for them to become vessels for our noble souls. That is their greatest value. In this lifetime.
Is that so? Then let's ask her if she is willing to become a vessel for your filthy souls.
Why are you shouting? Your body will always be mine.
As long as you die, your soul will perish with you. Next life, be born into a better family. This matter has nothing to do with you. Don't pretend to be saints.
Indeed. This is the karma between you. But 70 years ago, the matter of the Chu family massacre concerns me.
Just as expected, you are the daughter of the Chu family.
If you know Miss Yueshi, then you are the culprit who killed the Chu family back then.
Why should I tell you? Besides, so much time has passed. What good is pursuing it now?
Pursuing it? The matter is settled. Why should I pursue it? But if you refuse to tell the truth, even if you have already switched to this new body, I can still make your soul scatter and dissipate.
Madam, please speak quickly. This woman must not be offended.
Alright, since you want to know, I will tell you. The tragic massacre of the Chu family was indeed caused by me.
What deep hatred do you truly have with the Chu family that required annihilation?
The
Deep
film was
hatred.
translated and narrated
Not at all.
by M Media.
Since there was no enmity, then why still? Could it be that your two families both run grain stores and are competitors, which is why you wanted to eliminate the Chu family?
You are still too naive. She also knows clearly that the Jiang family and the Chu family are family friends for generations. Although there is competition, they're also harmonious. During festivals and holidays, they even exchange gifts. Do you remember?
Since they are family friends for generations, why strike such a ruthless blow? Could it be that something happened back then? There was a famine back then.
Yes. At that time, famine raged, and the people were destitute. And the head of the Chu family, his father, Chu and Huai, came to me.
Selling bread. Please, sir, give me some food. Get lost. Stop. Distribute it all to them.
Zhongwu, in her youth.
Old Master Chu, what brings you here? Is there something you need?
Miss Zhang, you are the head of the Zhang family's grain store. Now the city is suffering from famine, with wails of misery everywhere. I believe we should step forward and shoulder the responsibility that merchants ought to bear.
Responsibility?
Yes. I hope the Chu family and the Zhang family can donate grain to relieve these starving people.
Old Master Chu, it's a shame you call yourself a successful merchant. Don't you know that during this famine, scarcity increases value? Grain can only be sold at a high price?
What are you saying? This is a matter of life and death.
Precisely because it is a matter of life and death. That is why we can sell it for a good price.
How can you be so disregardful of life?
I disregard? Every person, every life had its price, set the moment they were born. Look at these people. If these beggars had enough money to buy grain from me, would they still look like this? Like hungry dogs fighting for food?
Even if your Zhang family doesn't donate, my Chu family will certainly spare no effort to save these famine victims.
If you do this, you will only harm us, the grain store merchants, preventing us from raising prices. Do you want to become the public enemy of all grain stores?
In my eyes, their lives are priceless.
Could it be that just because the Chu family wanted to donate grain. You were afraid you wouldn't be able to raise grain prices, and that's why you wiped out the Chu family.
If that were the only reason, I wouldn't need to completely wipe out the Chu family.
What do you mean?
The grain donated by the Chu family is limited, while the famine will continue indefinitely.
Exactly. This gives even less reason to strike ruthlessly against the Chu family. This didn't cause any harm. How much profit is at stake for your Zhang family?
Next, the thing that Shu and Huai was going to do was what truly made me harbor murderous intent towards him.
What exactly was that thing?
The Chu family at that time was developing a type of new cultivation technology. Once the research was successful, it would completely solve the famine of that year.
But this is a good thing. Could it be that the Zhang family was afraid that after the famine was solved, they would have no way to raise grain prices? Is that why? In the end, it was still about money.
Do you know how the Jiang family, after all these years, having experienced so much, can still remain prosperous and enduring?
Give me a break. You merely raise grain prices so that they continuously send money to you.
The film was translated and
It's not just about
narrated
money.
by Media.
It is about making those people willingly and wholeheartedly serve me.
How could they willingly serve a capitalist who profits from human suffering? How could they possibly truly be willing?
When grain resources are scarce, as long as the competition among the poor is maintained, they will devotedly work for you. What they strive for is just to secure an extra mouthful of grain, so they don't starve to death, even if they know that the effort and the reward are not proportional. They can still accept it.
Therefore, you annihilated the Chu family to prevent the grain cultivation technology from being developed and promoted, allowing those disaster victims in the famine to continue starving. You who monopolize grain resources can then arbitrarily control them.
That's right. If you must blame someone, blame Chu and Huai for being too much of a bleeding heart. He kept shouting about things like human life being priceless, completely disregarding the principles of business.
Miss Yueshi, the truth has now come to light. She is the murderer.
Let me tell you one more thing. The ones who truly killed the Chu family were not members of the Zhang family.
What do you mean?
The ones who truly annihilated the Chu family were the disaster victims that Chu and Huai had provided relief to.
Nonsense. How could they repay kindness with amity? Clearly you are lying.
You underestimate human nature too much.
The film was translated
Initially,
and
the Chu family did
narrated by
indeed distribute grain to those disaster victims, allowing them to be full for a period of time. But as time went on, the Chu family's granary did not have much stored grain left. Consequently, the amount distributed to the poor also became less and less.
Even so, they wouldn't lay a murderous hand on old Master Chu.
Those disaster victims are not as simple as you think. Not everyone can practice gratitude. You let them taste the benefits, and then they have to starve again. It would have been better if, from the start, you hadn't given them hope. Therefore, they became even more greedy and insatiable, demanding things from the Chu family.
How could this happen?
When the Chu family truly had no way to give everyone enough grain, I told them that the Chu family intended to hoard the large surplus of grain for themselves.
So, you were the one fanning the flames.
They quickly developed the idea of seizing the Chu family's granary. So I told them that even if they succeeded in seizing it, given the Chu family's status in Yancheng, the grain would be taken back.
Even if they were starving, they never thought about taking the step of silencing them.
That's right. How could they have the guts to commit murder and robbery?
That's why I had an extra condition. As long as I could, kill everyone in the Chu family. I would give every person 10 dough of rice.
10 dough of rice. For a mere 10 dough of rice, they would repay kindness with enmity.
That is human nature. Therefore, the one you should blame is not just me, but also those who receive kindness from the Chu family. They are all guilty.
70 years have passed. Yet you have never had a shred of introspection.
Introspection about what? Even after 70 years. The world has not changed, just like the worthless lives of this Lin family brother and sister. They deserve to end up having their bodies occupied by rich people like us,
No matter who they are, everyone has the right to choose their own destiny.
The film was
Which
translated
action, their
and
own soul,
narrated by
occupying
Media.
their bodies, is acting against the will of heaven, will be divine retribution.
Divine retribution? Or do you just want revenge? Using this as an excuse? Don't forget, the bodies we are currently in belong to the Lin family brother and sister. If you kill us, you will also be a murderer.
Why would I need to kill you?
What do you mean?
Miss Yueshi. You aren't really going to destroy them, are you? These are the bodies of the Lin family brother and sister.
Brother, we've recovered. Miss Yushi, thank you so much.
Thank you both of you for saving my sister and me.
Why? Why have I turned back into this old geezer again?
I have already sealed your soul swapping technique, and your lifespan is about to run out. Just wait to welcome natural death.
Please. You possess immense divine power. You must have a way to extend our lives.
Karma will eventually cycle back. Compared to the Chu family, the Chu family exterminated by you have already lived 70 years longer than them. What a pity
The film was
that in these 70
translated
years you
and
have not
narrated
awakened,
by
unable
Media.
to take a detached view of life and death.
If you want me to repent and atone for my sins, I can accept all of it. I still don't want to die.
Birth, aging, sickness, and death is a stage that one must go through in life. In the face of death, glory and wealth, or being utterly destitute, are all treated equally.
I have plenty of money, as long as you are willing to help me. How much money? I can give you anything.
Are you sure? Do you still have money now? Look at your pocket.
This is a property transfer contract. What? Old Madame Jiang transferred all her assets to me.
In other words, Zhang Wu, before putting her soul into Lin Xian's body, transferred all the property under Lin Xian's name, so that she could, in Lin Xian's identity, continue to enjoy
My money.
Truly you reap what you sow. You all spend the remainder of your lives suffering from hunger and cold. Miss Yueshi, wait for me. Miss Yueshi, you have already investigated and clarified the Chu family massacre 70 years ago. The truth. Does this mean
The film
that having
was
successfully
translated
transcended the
and
tribulation,
narrated
you are about
by
to leave?
Media.
Miss Yueshi, I am sorry, Miss Yueshi. I overstepped my bounds.
You don't need to apologize to me. From now on, you are no longer my servant.
But,
Why?
I still want to continue following you and serving you, to work for you.
Why?
Why? Actually, there is no specific reason why. It's just that I feel I like
You just said. You like what?
nothing. Miss Yueshi. Then where will you go next?
I will return to the mountain.
Then, when will you come down again?
I will not come down again.
Then could you take me up to the mountain with you?
Didn't you always want to get rid of me? Why have you changed recently?
That was because I failed to recognize true greatness. Now I have witnessed it. Miss Yueshi is the immortal I wish to follow forever. Please take me up the mountain. And let me continue serving you.
You are merely a mortal body, unable to ascend the mountain. However, the old Chu family residence is yours to dispose of as you wish.
But this is your home.
Once I return to the mountain, it will no longer be so. The time has come.
Miss Yueshi, let me see you off for the
film
last
was
time.
Translated and
Stop here.
narrated by M Media.
You are no longer my servant. And you need not welcome or see me off anymore.
But
Where fate begins, it must also end. All things are one. Even if the path we took here was bustling, there will always be a time when the music ends and the audience disperses. Once, I took a piece of your memory. Now I return it to you. I saved your life, so you would be my slave for a lifetime.
Ever since that woman left, young Master Fu has been gloomy and depressed all day long. If this continues, something serious might happen. Young Master Fu, acting like this won't solve anything. No matter how much you miss that woman, she is gone for good. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Isn't that right?
Miss Yueshi, I was originally your servant. I should have followed you through the festival.
Come sit down.
Really? Miss Yueshi, I can sit at the same table as Miss Yueshi.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
I saved your life, so you would be my slave for a lifetime.
So, Miss Yueshi saved me twice. But what about the promise? To be a slave for life. Was that just now? Could it be that Miss Yueshi has returned? Miss Yueshi, I finally see you again.
After achieving immortality, one cannot harbor attachments to the mortal world. At the same time, nor can one allow mortals to harbor attachments to me.
Miss Yueshi. What do you mean by that? Could it be that I am obstructing your path to immortality?
You must forget me.
But I cannot do that.
The passions and desires of this world linger. Attachments are hard to sever. And ultimately all things disperse. Even though the fate between us has ended, it will constantly protect you. In your past memories, my existence will cease.
The film was translated
Stop.
and
You cannot touch that
narrated
door.
by M Media.
Old Master Chu has set up the soul-devouring vine barrier. Anyone who enters without permission will surely die. Why? The soul-devouring vine did not harm Fu Yanchen. It seems something is protecting him. Young Master Fu, you already have the deed to the old Chu family residence. Why do you still look so uneasy?
Just now, before old Master Chu took his last breath, he said that ultimately he couldn't wait for that person. But in my memory, there also seems to be a very important person, but no matter how hard I try, I can't remember who she is.
Today is the marriage alliance banquet between the Su family's daughter and young Master Fu. If Miss Su's parents know this in the afterlife, they can rest in peace. Yan Chen, let's go toast the guests. Yan Chen. Today is our wedding. Why are you so distracted? Are you thinking about another woman?
Sunan. Actually, you know clearly that you don't truly like me. You are just trying to fulfill your parents' last wish.
So what?
Then you shouldn't continue to be so obsessed. You have the right to pursue your own happiness.
Yan Chen, why do you suddenly seem like a different person? I always thought you were a dissolute young master. I didn't expect you to say such words.
I don't know either. It's as if someone suddenly taught me this principle. This place is very familiar. It feels like I came here with someone.
Sir,
Do you know me?
this place is very remote. Many people have gotten lost in this area. You must be lost too, right?
I don't know either.
Why don't you come in and rest for a bit? After my younger brother finishes his work, I'll have him escort you out.
Did I come here before?
Sir, you must be joking. No one would come to such a remote place.
Sis, the water pipe is fixed.
Such a large residence. Only the two of you siblings live here.
This residence used to belong to old Madame Zhang. But the rumor
The film
says
was
she and her husband
translated
practiced
and
evil arts,
narrated by
suffered key
M.
deviation, and both died afterwards. I don't know why, but this residence was later transferred to me. However, since this residence was left to me, I will definitely guard it well.
After this place is demolished, a large area of luxury homes can be built.
Wait. I'm not selling this two families' old residence anymore.
Young Master Fu, what are you talking about? This is a priceless treasure land.
I want to keep this residence.
But what's the use of keeping it? This old mansion is not suitable for habitation. If it is not demolished, this place will have no value.
No. It must have its own value. Perhaps it is waiting for its owner to return.
Its owner. Who is it?
I am not sure either. But I believe she will definitely come back.